All right, looks like we're live. I'm not sure if we're live. All right, I'm testing out a new platform. So I came on from the last video. I was talking about power struggles and the solar plexus. So I wanted to follow up on that discussion. And interestingly enough, right before I got on the video, I had a little interaction with someone that created a little power struggle. And so feeling it in my solar plexus, disengaged, and then came on to, I was planning on coming on live anyways. And then I'm smiling now because I think that the universe is hilarious. Honestly, it's just hilarious. Um, so I'm planning on doing a video on power struggle and solar plexus. And right before delivery, have an example. So let's talk about that for a minute. I'm not talking about my private life right now, but I'm going to talk about the energetics of the solar plexus and the power struggle. So a lot of people have learned in their lives on how to get energy. And we talked about this in the last video, vertical alignment versus horizontal alignment. So a lot of people have learned how to receive energy and their needs being met through the horizontal external alignment. And and there are many people, I've known several that have been near and dear to my heart, family members and friends who would choose to engage in instigating, I should say, would choose to instigate a fight or a discord with another person in order to get a reaction out of that person and then receive or feed on that person's energy system. So I grew up with someone very close to me who would behave in this way. And it took me personally many years. I think I was like 30 years old before it clicked that I didn't have to respond or react to their instigations. And in the moment, I will remember this moment for the rest of my life. In the moment of realization, I reclaimed this power back. The person no longer had the power to push my buttons. And it was just this moment of they said something that created this wave of like anger and righteousness and indignation at the absolute stupidity of what they were saying, the outrageous stupidity of what they were actually saying. And do you want to know what it is? This is what it was. This person said that the worst person in the world was Martin Luther King because he created equal rights, which now allowed the government to stop smoking in restaurants and bars. So the equal rights movement led to equal rights to breathe in your public environment, which he was a restaurant owner. This person was a restaurant owner. And so Martin Luther King was like the worst person in the world because of equal rights. And now we can't smoke in restaurants. So that was the conversation. And I was sitting passively in a nearby room, and my blood started boiling up from my toes all the way up to my head. And I raised myself up off of the couch to like engage in battle, in righteous battle with this person. And halfway up upon standing, I was like, it was so absurd, so ridiculous that I don't even need to comment on this, that I don't need to defend Martin Luther King or the equal rights movement or like I just didn't need to do it anymore because the ridiculousness of the comment was so absurd. And in that moment, I had this sort of revelation for myself, which was you actually never have to. You never have to allow someone else's opinion, someone else's thought form, energy, thought form, opinion to have any power over you at all, ever. You never have to allow it to have any power over you ever. That's the secret. And in doing that, right, you claim ownership of your reactions, of your response, right? So when someone is deliberately trying to engage you in a power struggle, you'll feel the cording here. This is your solar plexus, right in your diaphragm. You'll feel the cording right there. And when they try to engage you in that power struggle, if you engage in it, then there's this pull, okay? And the person that wins the fight gets the energy of the other person from the solar plexus, receives the power from the other person from the solar plexus. And this is why these people go around trying to instigate fights with other people, is because they don't feel inside of themselves, they don't feel powerful. They feel a sense of powerlessness. And so it's important that they believe, this is all unconscious, subconscious stuff, guys, but they believe that if they can get power from you or from someone, then they will be powerful. Then they will have power. Okay. So that is an unconscious, conditioned experience for them that has worked for them in the past. It works for them in order to get power. It works. But in our awakening process, we no longer need to engage in the power struggle with these people who are trying to gain access to our power. Okay, so we need, and how we do that is really simply by disengaging. And one of those things, simple spiritual tools, simple mental tools, that column of light that I was talking about in the other video, the previous video to this, is a simple tool to bring yourself back into your own power, back into your vertical alignment when you get hooked. Okay, when you get hooked by someone else's instigation of power struggle, you get hooked. Maybe you engage in it a little bit. Pulling yourself back and reestablishing that column of light, reestablishing your identity in your divinity, your identity in your eternality, will assist you in cutting the cords and allowing them to have whatever ridiculous opinion they might have about life. Simple. Just allow them to have their ridiculous opinion, even if it's absurdly incorrect. So even if you get engaged in a power struggle and you feel that depletion of energy from your solar plexus, you can simply call it back to yourself. I call all of my energy back from myself, or I call all of my energy back to myself from so-and-so, and from the experience I had with so-and-so. I reclaim all of my energy back to me now. Simple, reestablish your vertical alignment, and you're good to go. Thanks for listening. In the comments and descriptions, we've got the free masterclass coming up on June 20th. You're going to want to get in on that. Super excited to work with you more intimately and more in depth. And also, you may enter to win a free healing session with me, Violet Alchemy or Akashic Record reading, and we'll talk before the session. It's a contest that we're holding through the month of June to celebrate our 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thanks for listening. Take it easy, everybody. We will see you soon. Bye.